Alright, so before I get into this video, I just want you guys to know before you start watching this video, make sure you go back and watch my last week's video of how I lost 2% on Thanksgiving. And so on the personal, basically I'm just breaking down that week's of what happened for the week, so you'll be able to understand what happened at this part of the equity curve right here in the Ftmo account. But yeah, make sure you go watch that video. I ended up losing 20% in my personal. It wasn't actually 20% of the initial deposit. What happened was the previous week I made 23% on the account. So I was still up overall 3% on the month, but that specific week I lost 20%, which was pretty much all the profit from my earlier week. Also, with that out of the way, I want to let you guys know that I have a free signals chat. So every single week, I'm gonna be posting my Metrix breakdown videos, just basically breaking down how my trading went for the week. But if you guys are interested, just check it out. It's gonna be the first link in the description, and it's gonna be my signals I send out, right before I start trading for the day, which is 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I usually send out like a rule sheet, like, when you're taking the trades, like how you're supposed to be taking the trades. I explain my rules, like, twin trading, my risk management, like literally just, I send out everything for you to be able to reciprocate it the way that I do. And I send out a bunch of signals throughout the day, like more than 20 signals a day or some shit. But yeah, with that out of the way, let's kind of just jump into breaking down this week. So kind of just getting straight into it, what happened was this is just a free trial account because I trade on Hugo's way, and I like to use 1 to 500 leverage because you don't need a whole lot of money. I don't have $10,000 to just go smack down, in a trading account, and I've only been developing this consistency for the super consistency, as I call it. I've only been consistent like on a weekly basis for the past like 2 to 3 months, but before that, for like pretty much this whole year, which is about like we're in December now, but I would say like 8 months, 6 to 8 months. I've been like consistent overall on the monthly, but it's not substantial gains like I've been making for the past 3 months. I don't know what happened. I just ended up going on turbo speed, and so the reason why I use Ftmo is that since I'm taking like pretty much 60 trades a night, and I'm taking about like 200 to 300 trades a week, I don't really want to plug in all of those trades into my forex book. So what I do is I take the same trades on an Ftmo account. I just, change up my risk percentage. So instead of risking 1% per trade, like I would on my personal, I'm risking 0.01% on Ftmo just so I can stay within their risk management rules. And so pretty much I'm risking a super low percentage on the Ftmo account. I'm taking the same exact trades that I would on the personal. And what it does is it tracks the results for me. So that's why I use the demo account alongside, because it just takes a lot of work stress off of my shoulders at the end of the week, so I can kind of on the weekends just forget about trading instead of plugging in all the trades and whatnot, and it's just less of a hassle. But anyways, with that out of the way, first I gotta say is, like, over the course, I don't care if you're a fucking demo trader, the demo king, like 98% of people still can't even get these kind of results on a fucking demo account. So but yeah, that's the reason why I use the Ftmo metrics to measure, basically, because I just don't want to put in all the trades, and this is my version of my forex book, basically. So and I trade that alongside with a Hugo's Way account with 1 to 500 leverage and whatnot. But basically, yeah, make sure you go watch that video last week breaking down this kind of equity curve part right here for Thanksgiving. Basically, we started this week out with like negative $250 per se. So we started the week out with a negative 250, which is about 2.5% on the account. And then basically what happened was I just kind of stuck to my rules this week. Like, there was nothing out of the ordinary. I was just super disciplined with my rules, like nothing super special. And this is what my equity curve should look like every week if I stick to my rules, or if there's like, if the market is conducive to my strategy. And basically, like, as I explained in the previous week's breakdown for this part of the equity curve, what happened there was, it was because it was Thanksgiving. Most of my losses happened on Thanksgiving night. I shouldn't have been trading because, everybody was eating food and whatnot. So everybody was like eating food, having a good time on Thanksgiving, and I was just sitting here trying to trade. and that was not a good situation to be in. But I was able to manage my risk good enough to where uh, I basically managed my risk good enough to where I can, minimize that loss so it wouldn't be as big. And I only lost 2.5%. It ended up costing me on my personal because I made 23% the previous week on my personal, and then I lost 20% on Thanksgiving week, which kind of sucked, but I was still up 3% overall. But 3% on $3,000 is not a lot of money. But anyways, we started off the week at negative 2.5%, and I just kind of stuck to my rules by Monday or Tuesday night. I think it was like Monday night or Tuesday morning. Basically, the account was at break even. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. But yeah, basically, like, we started the account Sunday pretty low, minus 2.5%. By Monday night or Tuesday morning, the account was pretty much at break even, and like there was nothing really special. Like, to be honest, this week was honestly kind of nice. Like, I was just trading in the zone. I wasn't thinking about the charts. Like, my trade setups were just coming and I was executing. Like, it was kind of like second nature to me this week. I wasn't thinking about anything. I just kind of, my trade setups were there, and I was just paying attention to the market. Sitting on my computer or chilling in bed or doing whatever the fuck I was doing for the rest of the day. I would always, I would either be able to pull it up on my phone or I would be sitting in my bed on my laptop, and I just kind of took my trades as they came, and this week was a really good week. We ended up making the 2.5% back, and then we also went 5% into profit. So I don't know why, but with the equity curve out of the way, scrolling down here, I don't know why it says that my profit target was the profit target's $500, 5%, but it says that I only made $455.93, but as you can see on screen right there, that's the Ftmo screenshot of the account in the MetaTrader app, and it says that I made like $511 or some shit. Basically, like, I passed that profit target, but I don't know why it's not updating. Like, it's a full day after the market closed now, and it still is saying that, I didn't meet the profit target, but it's whatever. The current results I'm going to kind of ignore because, they're just frozen from Friday, and that just tells me that daily results, but I don't care about the individual day's results. I only care about, like, how I performed on a weekly basis, because I'm a little bit more of a swing trader. Like, I'm holding my trades for anywhere from a day to 5 days, so I close my positions before the week ends, before the market closes for the weekend, because I don't want to get caught up in that liquidity gap during the weekend, so I don't want to get caught in slippage or anything. And so basically I only care about the weekly results, but as you can see, we traded on the account for 8 days. The max daily loss was only, I only got down like 2.3%, so $233. Like, the account only drew down to that level, not with secured positions, but the equity drawdown only went to negative 233, which is not a big deal. I literally wasn't even halfway to the max daily loss, so I was chilling. The max loss, over the course of, a couple days, I ended up losing $364, and I'll go over the daily summaries here in a minute. The profit target, as like I explained, like, I pretty much passed the profit target this week, but I don't know why it's updating in here. So basically, with the daily summaries, the entire history on the account, you can see the first day was kind of like, it was okay. I only made $3. Then the next day I only lost $2. Then the next day, what happened was, it was the night of Thanksgiving. So basically, this $225 loss is from, because on Thanksgiving night I took trades, and then during that night, while the day was flipping over, to like the next day, I ended up, a lot of those trades were losing trades, and also, there was personal. I was trying out a new trade copier on the account, and I linked the Ftmo account, and because I wanted to just test things out, and I figured, like, oh, this is a demo account, like, I don't really care. With the personal, I was taking like super small trades, like a 0.01 lot size, just to test it out. I was trying to get things going because I'm working on a couple other projects and managing other people's accounts, and I just wanted to make it all just one seamless process by managing one account. So that's why I took like a super big loss that day. And then we started off the week, on Sunday I made $8, which was nice. And then Monday I ended up making $183. And then Tuesday I made $114. Wednesday I made a loss. And then Thursday night, so basically what happened was all those trades that were still running, I closed them before the market closed. And so that's what's really hard for me with my trading, is I have to wait towards the end of the week to see my real results, because I'm holding trades from the beginning. The trades that I hold from the beginning of the week are usually super deep in profit by the end of the week, and I don't make most of my profits till the end of the week when I close my trades. So that's why I look at it on a weekly basis and on a daily basis. But, you know, we pretty much had our biggest day on the account, which was $421. And the reason why I had that was not because of the strategy or anything. It was because I was able to stick to my discipline, stick to my rules. And that's what I did. I just executed my strategy, and I didn't think of it. I wasn't scared to take a trade. I followed my rules. I planned my trade my plan. And I fucking, you know, we had those crazy ass results. I'll scroll up again, but, you know, we had this crazy ass, what is that, like 7.5% gain on an Ftmo account this week. So that was awesome. As you can see on screen right here, on my personal, I actually made 50%. So that was awesome. That was the biggest week I've ever had. And it's not because I'm risking an insane amount per trade. It's not because I'm risking a crazy amount per trade. It's because I'm taking more quality setups from other pairs that have an overall 50% win rate with that strategy. So I'm risking 1% per trade, but I'm using the high leverage to be able to give me, you know, so I can take more valid trade setups, so I can kind of like put on the turbo boost of my trading per se. Because if you're trading 20 different pairs that average a 50% win rate with a 1 to 1.5 risk to reward ratio, you're going to be profitable. As you guys saw, you know, I'm trading the same exact way as I do on my personal, and on my personal, the only difference is I'm just using bigger lot sizes because I'm using a 0.05 on my personal. Well, this week I get to pretty much double my lot size because of the way that, you know, the snowball effect works and compounding. So 1% of $4,700 is different than 1% of $3,000. But anyways, that's why I use that high leverage, because it's kind of like turbo boost for me for my account, and I'm able to like make a good amount of money off of a small account. But basically with this account, with the Ftmo, I was averaging about an $8 profit and a $6 loss. You know, that's like a 1 to 1.2 or whatever, but my risk reward ratio recorded a 1 to 1.37. Take into consideration these statistics are skewed because the previous week I didn't stick to my rules. I didn't stick to my discipline, and I'm not trying to measure the performance of the strategy. It depends on me executing it to my fullest extent, but I'm trying to measure how accurate this strategy is, not how well I can implement my strategy, because I know I can implement my strategy. That's a personal problem, but I'm not recording that data. I'm recording, you know, I'm trying to look if the strategy is actually valid in the market. And these results told me when I make those, the results are skewed because I had a kind of a mental lapse of my discipline during Thanksgiving week. I was taking stupid trades, and I wasn't trading like I should have been, unlike this week. So take that into consideration, that these statistics are skewed because of the mental discipline breakage that I had. So the percentages in the market, if you just execute it to 100%, which is totally impossible as a human being, you're gonna have, you know, mistakes. You're gonna make mistakes and stuff like that. But anyways, we kind of averaged like a 50% win rate and a 1.37 risk reward ratio, which is really, really good. I took a number of 420 trades over the course of basically 2 weeks. I took 420 trades. That's quite a lot, but I'm trading 20 different pairs, and I get like 3 setups. Like within a 15-hour time span or so, from 3 p.m. to 5 a.m., I usually get like 1 to 3 good setups on each one of my pairs that I trade. So with 20 different pairs, 3 setups maximum on each pair, that's a maximum of 60 trades a night. 60 times 5 is a lot. What is that, like 300 trades during a week? So, and basically over the course of like a week and 3 days, I took 420 trades. So that's just the way that my strategy rolls. That's how I roll. I'm super active in the market, and that's how I'm able to make these crazy ass gains of 50% in one fucking week on my personal account, and, you know, 7% on the Ftmo. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing really special here. Those were the statistics. I just like to show you guys this stuff because I kind of wanted to, I don't know, I just like to show people the results that I'm getting, and also, like, I just want to be relatable to you guys because, like, I haven't been doing this for years. I don't own a Lambo. I don't own a fucking house. I'm not trying to sell you guys on anything. It's just, like, I just want to show my results, you know, because I'm coming onto the scene now. I'm not, you know, I'm a very small trader, but I'm getting to the point to where I'm going to be able to manage bigger amounts of capital, and I'm growing myself and I'm just getting better. And I just want to post these videos so like people can relate, you know, like I want to be able to talk about my own personal lapses and show you guys visually like my results, and talk about what was happening during those times with my results like I do. And that's kind of what I wanted to do, and show you guys what is actually possible with trading, because people say like aim for 5 to 10%, but that's, yeah, sure, that's realistic, but once you start getting that experience and you get good at what you're doing, you can use leverage. Like if you know what you're doing, basically you can use leverage to make your trading like fucking insane. You know, it just takes you on another level, and leverage is awesome. If you know how to do it, and if you know what you're doing with trading and how to manage your emotions and manage your money, you can use that leverage to basically have that overnight success. But you know, this has taken me years of study and practice and trial and error to be able to get to the point where I am. And I'm not even at a very high point yet, but I'm literally just now seeing the success from trading. You know, I mean, I wouldn't say just now like yesterday, but you know, for the past like 2 to 3 months, I've been seeing weekly consistent returns, and that's taken me almost 3 years of study and practice to get to, which honestly, like, I'm now starting, like, I mean, it's a whole nother video to talk about the way that it changed my mind on money, but it's like, no, it's not really, I'm not really in it for the money anymore. It's just kind of nice, you know, freedom, I guess. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of it. That was kind of my results for the week. Nothing really special. I mean, like I don't know what to say about it. That's just what my strategy did. I just stuck to my strategy, and these are the results based on what my strategy can do. So if you just consistently execute without having any emotional lapses in your discipline, you'll be able to make a consistent like 7% on the Ftmo. I wouldn't say 7% every week, but you know, you'll be able to reach some pretty high returns. Like risking 1% per trade, you can reach some consistent returns of like minimum 20% a month, which is fucking crazy. Like I made 50% in a week, so you know, and then the previous week before that, the previous good week I had was 23%, but that was because I was barely even in the charts at the time. But yeah, that's kind of it. I don't really know what to say other than that. Make sure you guys check the first link down in the description. It's going to be a link to my free signals chat. Look at the results on a weekly and monthly basis, not the daily basis. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really know what to say other than I'll just see you guys in the next video for trading next week. So yeah, later.